Representing Outray chess?
Yeah, so here in Denmark we have our good friend Kassa visiting.
I'm originally from New York, but I'm half Dane, half American, and I'm here in Denmark to show these guys how to do some chess and basketball.
We sort of want to beat him, put him in his place, but seems like he's slightly better at chess than you are, and so we're gonna put in a little challenge. Has to play me basketball at the same time. I fear he's also better at basketball than me, but
my strategy will be to lose, but to lose slowly.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just score quickly and make my moves quickly, and hopefully I don't run out of time.
Because we will be playing 10 minutes, and every time he has to make a move, he has to pass my good friend Mathis on the basketball court. So it's going to be very interesting.
And this is our home court, representing Outray chess, so I think we got a chance.
Best of
And
luck.
this is gonna determine
Best of luck,
everything.
buddy.
Oh! Alright, here we go. So we shake hands and then let the battle begin. Kassa plays white, he opens up with pawn to d4 and I play knight f6. It's a very standard way to start a chess game, and let's see in basketball if Mathis can put up a fight, and he absolutely can't, of course. So Kassa develops another knight, and you know, you should put a lot of your pieces in play when you play chess. And I play this little move with my pawn, and I'm a little cautious here because Kassa is a tremendously strong chess player, so I want to, you know, maybe see if I can catch him unprepared. And he plays a pawn out and I play a pawn out, and we are trying to get control of the center. Boys and girls, if you want to play chess, you want to know that in the start you have to try to take control of the center of the board, and this is what we are doing. And Kassa is a little bit ahead, and he puts a knight out here, and I play my bishop out. Kassa is of course a little bit ahead because he plays white, and he hasn't wasted a move on anything yet. So now we see, wow, that move, it just really caught me unprepared, that pawn move, because Kassa is usually a very calm player. He usually just grinds me down every time I play with him, but this move is ultra aggressive, and it's a pawn sacrifice I do not accept, and I do not capture with my knight. I instead play this little pawn move, but Kassa, he slides his rook over, and he reinforces this pawn, so his pawn is ready to just roll down the board and attack my king, so he's out for blood. I try to stop it like this with my pawn, but then now we see a different pawn, and again he's in principle he's sacrificing a pawn here, but I am not stupid enough to take that, so I play my knight back here, trying to protect my pawn, and now he completes his development, as you say, by opening up and taking complete control of the center, and his bishop now attacks my whole pawn structure on the king side of the board. And I am already losing the thread here against this master player. He has won the battle for control of the center. You can see he has advanced his pawns and forced my pieces back, and I'm just desperately trying to defend my pawns over here on the king side. Of course, it would be very, 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 very dangerous for me to try to castle over this side on the board, so my king will have a hard time finding safety. And now Kassa, he moves his rook back, and you know, he plays without prejudice. He plays his rook on one square, and then he says, you know, I'll move it back because now it'll be better on that square. I try to exchange some pieces in order to lessen the burden of defense, but already I am still in the game. I have not lost this yet, but it is kind of hard for me to defend this. You can see now he takes even more control, not only of the center, but even of my part of the chessboard, you know, my side of the chessboard. I try to put my knight out over here. I want to get it over to the queen side in order to help with the defense. The rook slides down, attacks the bishop. Note also that his bishop that is on its starting square, his dark squared bishop, is actually in the game without having moved, and this is my mistake. Before I played this pawn move, I actually could maybe talk to Kassa. I could maybe have defended, but now you see this bishop comes in, it threatens the check, and I anticipated this idea, and I move my knight here so it protects the square where the bishop could come in, but I haven't seen Kassa's idea about how he's going to trap my bishop, because my dark squared bishop has no retreat squares. So see, the queen moves back. It does two things. It piles up on the attack, but also watch his next idea here. Kind of simple. I missed this. Boom. It freed up the pawn to move. I did not consider that, and now I have no places to go with this bishop. There's nowhere I can go where I won't be captured.
Oh, he's running.
So I just tried to run with my king, because remember, we are playing on time. And Kassa has to use a lot of time playing Mathis in basketball, even though Mathis is
his time,
getting his ass kicked even worse than I am. He is still using some time to do this. Now, this move. This is why he's a master player. If he slides his queen up just one square, but the whole point is that he now enters this dark square diagonal that he can open up by capturing with his pawn, and then his queen will just slide in. Can you see how it can just slide into my position? I try to activate my queen, and I actually get a little bit of play with my queen, but the attack rages on from Kassa here. Now he could have played a queen check on the square called d6, but he captures here on b6 with the pawn, and I see a little bit of hope. Maybe I can get my queen in. Maybe I can throw a lot of checks, but he comes in on this powerful diagonal. He's protected by the pawn, and I have to move. And my king is in dire straits. Look at all of my pieces on the back rank. Boys and girls, you're supposed to get your pieces out, but when you're playing a guy of Kassa's caliber, not always that easy. So this rook is not up for grabs. It's protected by the bishop, which is in the game, but I get this queen check in, and I think maybe I can check him around, get him to lose some time. I'm just shouting to Mathis, get him to lose some time. So I exchanged the rooks. My rook was under attack. But when he recaptures like this, he threatens checkmate in one move. And also when this bishop moves, you can see my queen is attacked by his rook, so-called discovered attack. So I play a check, he has to move. I play another check. I'm just trying to get him to lose time. And he moves his king again. I play a check again, but this time
checking him.
He doesn't have to move the king. This time he can intercept the check. He can block the check with a piece, and he does so with his bishop. So now the threat of checkmate with my king on this square is very, very real. I have to defend that, and I use my knight. I go forwards in order to protect backwards like this. But now
we got this.
This queen has no good squares to go to, but I find an idea. I notice that Kassa is low on time, so I sacrifice my queen for the rook, because it will, my position is completely losing, but I try to get him to lose a lot of time here. Now he attacks my knight. Come on. And I'm just, what can I possibly do here? So I just move the knight. It can be taken, it can be captured by his queen, but Kassa is down 2 seconds here, and Mathis is trying his best,
5
which is not very good, but he is trying his best to get him to lose time. So the queen doesn't even capture the knight. It goes up here to threaten checkmate on this square again. And I ponder my move a little bit, and in a couple of seconds I notice a thing.
We gotta win on time. We won on time. Woo!
Time with the score. That was a very unfair victory.
Hey, you have made one, or something like that.
What's a few? But yeah, this is a good. I shouldn't have played rook F1. I should have played rook H1.
Oh.
Because this sacrifice was too much for me.
Oh, you shouldn't have trusted your right hand.
That was a lot of fun, though.
You showed us.
Yeah, I think I did. I'm not gonna lie. I think we proved that some chess players are a little bit more dynamic than just chess, right? Some are athletes, some do other things, and it's important to show that. So
yeah.
And you didn't even have your best shoes. So there are all these things, all these variables that
Maybe
definitely
actually we
didn't help.
shouldn't be too impressed with you because you were wide in the game and you had like awesome basketball shoes and yeah, we had all these disadvantages.
No
So
doubt.
maybe actually like we have a moral victory.
So basically, what you're saying is at some point we need to do a rematch when I come back.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, well,
We'll do
that's
that.
a deal.
Outrage chess, bro.
For sure.
And make that one shot from there, or else you've suck. Everything is on the line. Here's the rematch. God damn it!